All right, hey everyone, it's Professor Nagel. We're going to work through exercise 17-1, which is working with a text file. So I have the program open in the background and I just compiled it and ran it just to show you that when you add someone, you can add them, but it's not actually saving to a database. Like if I run it again, the customer list is empty. All right, because save customers is empty and get customers is empty. That's all part of your customer DB class. So that was step one, just showing you that it works, but it doesn't save it to a text file. Step two is, in the customer DB class, basically make all this work. They don't walk you through it very much here. So we are going to work on this. And I think we're going to start with save customers, because then I can run my application and I can see that, oh yeah, we are saving customers to a text file. And obviously we're going to be saving customers down here in the save customers method. This gets called throughout FRM customers. And to start, we need to know where we're going to save these customers. So I'm going to have some private const, and we're going to have dir. And for my class, I'm going to use .. Because remember, our exe, if I can find this, let me go find this real quick. Okay, this is the exe that runs when our application runs. So my customer's text file is going to be .. And it's going to be sitting right here in my project directory, so you'll be able to see it over in the Solution Explorer. All right, so that's the first one. And then in another constant I'm going to do file name, and this file is going to be called customers.txt. And then I'm going to put both of those together for the full path. And then I have one more, the separator, and our file is going to be separated by a pipe character, the line up and down. If you hold down shift, that is the key just above your enter key. All right, so let's work on save customers. What we want to do is we want to define a new stream writer that we can write to. So I'm going to say stream writer text out is new, and this is being built via a new file stream, and that file stream is going to open the path, which is our directory .. and customers.txt. The mode is going to be create, which will clobber over any file that's sitting there, and the file access is going to be write. And I always, as soon as I create a new stream writer, I like to close it, and then I'll come back and fill in the inside here, because I always forget to close things. All right, but we'll work with that in a moment. Look at a way we don't have to close things. All right, so save customers takes in a list of customers. So I'm going to say for each customer in customers. What the heck, right? All right, this customer refers to the customer class. This is a variable, customer. In customers, that refers to the list. So if you don't want to use customer here, you can say like this customer. This will maybe help you out. I'm going to stick with customer because typically this variable name is the singular of this variable name. So we want to write to the text file. Text out.write. What are we writing? Customer, lowercase, .first name. And we need to write the separator. So this would write, if I were the customer, Eric, and then a pipe. Let's put my last name in there. Text out, write, last name. And then finally, let's put in my email address. But this time, we're going to do my email address, and that's the end of the record. So in the last record, you want to use write line, not just write. And we don't need to put the separator there. And then we close out the text file. So write, we'll write it to the file. So what it's going to do is something like Eric pipe, that's the first step. And then it's going to put Nagel pipe. And then it's going to put my email address with a new line. So when I write again, I'm going to be writing down here on line number 2. All right, I'm going to run this. And I'm going to add. There's Chester Tester. I hit exit. And here, now we have customers.txt. This file was created. If I look at customers text, Chester Tester test.test.com with the pipes in there. All right. Oops, I closed the wrong one. Okay, so like I said, sometimes I forget this text out close. Instead of this, I sometimes forget to close the stream reader. We can actually just say using. And as soon as this goes away, it automatically closes it. And it will go away at the end of this method. So let's actually make get customers work. So same thing here. I need to say using stream reader. Text in is new. And this is going to be a new file stream. We're reading the path. The file mode is going to be open or create. So if we go to open the database and it doesn't exist, it's just going to make an empty file there. And the file access is for reading. So on this line, we end this with 2 closed parentheses because this one is closing the new file stream and this one is closing the new stream reader. So now we have our stream reader. We don't have to worry about closing it because we have the using statement here. But we do need to read from this text file. So I'm going to say while textin.peak is not equal to -1. What this is saying is look to the next character. Is there another character? If there's not, it's going to return a -1, and that means we're done reading from this file. But if there is another character, let's do something. All right. So I'm going to say string row equals textin.readline. And if textin.readline returns null, then set the row to be an empty string. And then I'm going to take this line. Remember, this just read in this. So this is now my string. So I need to break this up on the pipe character. So I'm going to take the row and I'm going to split it on the separator. This is an array. It's an array of strings. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm writing this backwards. Now string columns is equal to row.split on the separator. So what I have now is columns 0 is Chester, and columns 1 is Tester, etc. And we want to make sure that we have 3 columns because, if this failed and our string was empty and we want to split it, we would just have at column 0 would be an empty string. So I'm going to say if columns.length is not equal to 3, then just continue our loop. All right, go on to try to textin.peak again. And if we're here, we have 3 things in columns. We're going to make a new customer. New customer is a new customer. And what I'm going to send with it is columns 0, columns 1, columns 2. So remember, this is first name, last name, email. If you wanted to, you could say like string first name is column 0, last name is 1, email is 2. And then instead of passing it this way, you could say first name, last name, email. All right, that might be a little easier to understand. I kind of like it that way. So we made a new customer, and then we need to take that new customer and add it to the customers list, and get customers returns customers. That's already done for us. All right, so now customers.txt has Chester Tester in it. When I run my application, There's Chester Tester. All right, and I can add another user. Hit escape. And you can see in customers.txt, this is how we're faking a database this way. That was 17-1. Make sure you have commenting in there, clean code. At this point, save 17.1, zip it, submit it, and we go into 17.2, we're going to be making a copy of that. All right, so I'll see you at 17.2 when we're making a copy of this project.